I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. For today's video, I wanted to follow up on a specific question I was asked in my last video that I didn't have a really good answer for. And that was, what are my goals for my Lego collection? So I came up with 10 goals for my Lego collection. No real timeline for any of these. A few of them you may have heard before, but a lot of them I don't feel like I've shared or I haven't shared publicly or recently. And then I also wanted to reflect on 10 goals that I have accomplished with my Lego collection. So let's get started. This first goal I talk about quite a bit, so I'll just go ahead and knock it out first, and that is completing the Belleville line. I am 3 sets away from completing the collection. All of the sets I've ordered from other countries have now come in. Great condition, good experiences. So I just have 3 to go there. The problem is right now that the 3 I have left are probably the hardest ones to get. Right now, they're either not available anywhere or not available complete. So my goal was to finish it this year because I started buying Belleville in 2003. It's when I got my first Belleville set. I thought it would be cool to complete the collection on the 20th anniversary of me purchasing Belleville for the first time. I'm not sure I will make it since we only have about 4 months left in the year, but that is my top goal right now. My second goal is to complete the Zalax Racers line. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I have the 2 rarest, which are Ghost and Sub-Zero. Ghost, for whatever reason, is like $100, $200 for that little set that's 7 pieces, and Sub-Zero was only released in, it's like a food product, I think in the UK. I didn't double check it before starting this video, but not in America. I just happened to come across the base for that set, the little vehicle base, which is only available in that set with that car wheel color combination. Found it in a bulk lot randomly, and the rest of the parts you can get in other sets, so I just parted it together. And then I do have a lot of parts of those sets, mostly just the little vehicles and the little minifigures or whatever you want to call them. I mostly need the ramp containers that come with them, so I'm gonna put together a wanted list for those, figure out what I already have and what I need, and try to complete that collection. It is one of the weirder Lego themes, but it was a big one when I was a kid. It should be fairly easy to complete them. They're usually not collected by a lot of people. Some people don't even realize they're Lego initially when they see them, so that is another goal for me. No real timeline for that one, not a big deal, just something I would like to do. My third goal is to get a Pirates of the Caribbean set. That series came out when I was in college. I had no money. I know I still got Lego for like Christmas, my birthday, but I think the last wave of Harry Potter was coming out around that time, so I'm pretty sure I just asked for Harry Potter sets that year. They only came out in like 2011, so I never ended up getting one. I don't know how that one slipped through the cracks, but Pirates of the Caribbean was the first PG-13 movie I ever saw as a kid, which was a fantastic one to pick because that first movie is so good. So I would like to get just one set from the Pirates of the Caribbean collection. I'm not really picky. It could be a poly bag. I just feel like I need to have something from that collection. Number 4, I talk about this one quite a bit. I would love to get a monorail. Any monorail, I am not picky. Airport shuttle is the dream, but again, I will literally take any monorail. I just need to start saving for it. Every time I start saving for it, some other Lego thing comes up and I end up spending the money on something else, and I need to set it aside and not touch the money for it. So yeah, monorail is on my top 10 list of things to get. Number 5 is to complete the Desert Adventurers line. Within reason, there are a lot of duplications in that line. I do have the majority of the largest sets, so I feel like as far as adventurers go, this is my best option to complete a collection. I have quite a bit of Orient Expedition, but they're mostly the smaller sets, so it would be way more expensive to try to complete that one when I need all of the larger sets. I don't have any of the jungle ones or the Dino Island ones, so kind of as a sub goal there, I would like to get at least one set from either of those collections. Number 6 is to complete the Wolfpack collection. I have Wolfpack Tower, which is the largest of the 3 Wolfpack sets. So I figure since I have the largest one, I might as well get the 2 smaller ones too, since there's only 3 sets in the series. If anything, just piecing them together would probably be cheaper than just buying them outright. So no real timeline on that, but eventually I'd like to have all 3 of of those sets. Number 7 is another completion of a collection I'd like to do, and that is the Farm collection. That series is back from like around 2008 or 9, I think, maybe 2010. I only have one set left to complete that collection actually, and that is the Combine, which besides the Farm is probably the most expensive set from the line. I've been attempting to part it together for a while now. Unfortunately, that came out during the era that stickers would like crack and peel, so the sticker parts are the main thing I still need for that set, and it seems like nobody has the majority of those that they're selling at once. I'll find like one sticker piece here, one sticker piece there, so I haven't attempted to buy all of them yet because I would end up needing to pay shipping from like 6 or 7 different places, and it's just not financially worth it. At that point, I should just buy it outright, but it is super expensive, and finding one where the stickers are in good condition is really hard. But I would really like to get that set so that I can complete the Farm sets. I love that series. It was so unique. I was so happy when they kind of rebooted it in the last couple of years, and I did buy all of the Farm sets that they did release for those because I was hoping they would continue to release more, but I don't think that's going to happen, at least not that I've heard rumors on at this point. The last thing that's kind of like something I want to go back and complete, and this one is going to probably be pretty limited. I really enjoy the winter kind of Christmas holiday sets, and I've gotten all of the big ones that they've released. You know, they do one set every year. I have every one of those. I've been collecting them since day one, but they also have done some smaller sets. Most of them have been like gift with purchase kind of limited edition sets, and I've only gotten some of those throughout the year, so I'd kind of like to go back and look and see which ones I missed. I'm sure there's a ton of them, and that would get really expensive really fast, but I'd kind of like to see if there's any that I think I really need to add to the collection. At this point, it's kind of overwhelming to build all of them every year. I usually just build a few of them, especially because I don't have the space, and some of them did come out during the time that there are problems with the brick quality where they break and snap and they're brittle, which is so unfortunate. So it kind of makes me nervous every year when I do rebuild them because I end up breaking at least a few pieces. No matter how careful you are, if they're brittle, they just snap. So definitely want to be mindful of which ones I'm buying as to what era they came from. But I think I would like to add a few more of those to my collection. They're just so fun and festive, and I guess I have that on the brain since we're not too far off from that season. Okay, next goal. I know I've talked about this where I've decided not to collect Harry Potter so much anymore, at least anything that's not minifigure scale, and even that I'm limiting. I'm not going to be buying remakes so much of sets I already have because the thing is, in most cases I like the original better, so it's kind of pointless to buy a set that I like the original of and it's just a remake. I mean, at this point I have 4 Hogwarts Expresses, I have every Hogwarts castle. It's like 5 or 6 Hogwarts castles. It's like, do I really need all of this? It looks great if it were displayed, but since I don't have the room, they're just taking up space at this point, and I don't have the nostalgia for the current sets that I do for the old ones, and so I'm trying to think of something new to collect. I don't know what to get excited about right now. I've always been someone who likes to have a little bit of everything. I don't typically just pick one line and collect it. I have a few themes here and there that I do that for, but usually they're short, smaller series because it's just too expensive otherwise. So I'm trying to figure out if there is something new in Lego that they're currently releasing that I really want to focus on trying to get the majority of the sets. Right now, I can't think of anything. I was really excited when they released Rivendell. I thought they would do more with the Lord of the Rings. I was hoping for some smaller minifigure scale sets, and that didn't happen. We just got the big one and Brickheads. So that hope was kind of dashed of something new to collect. Kind of the same thing with Indiana Jones. You had the one diorama and the 2 smaller sets, which I got the 2 smaller sets. I was hoping there'd be more waves of that too. A few letdowns there. I did pick up my first Dream set, so a Lego original. I always try to support Lego originals. I'll see once I build that if I think I'll want to collect more of them. Probably so. It looks pretty cool so far, but I just don't feel like I have a theme that I'm particularly drawn to right now, and I really do miss that. So if you have recommendations of things or specific sets that you've built and you think they're awesome, definitely let me know, because I feel right now I'm still doing that kind of, I just want one of this or a couple sets from a series, but I'm just not feeling the love that I'm like, I need every set from this wave at this point. I mean, that gets expensive anyways, but I don't know. I just am hopeful that there will be something I can look forward to collecting that's a current release. The last one I have is, and I don't know for sure that this will be a goal, but I always see people building armies of things, repetitively buying, whether it's minifigures or small sets or something where they're building like an army of something. And I kind of think that would be fun to do. I've never done that. I buy one of something and that's it. And I don't even know if I'd want it to be a minifigure or, you know, something different, a small set. I'm not sure. I just had the idea that maybe possibly building an army of something, collecting a large amount of one thing. It could even be like an animal, like a rare little animal that Lego has produced. I'm just throwing that one out there. If you all have recommendations of something unique to build an army of, I would be interested to hear that. Could be kind of fun and totally different than anything I've ever done collecting wise. So I think that's 10. And then I wanted to quickly go through 10 goals that I've had for my collection that I've achieved in recent years. Quite a few of these I achieved from Lego friends and family members who purchased things for me for a birthday or someone who sent me something in the mail unexpectedly. So this will be really quick, but I just wanted to throw out the things that were goals I've had that I have achieved in pretty recent years. First up, and this one's actually behind me, is getting Fort Lego Rado. My sister gave that to me when I was the maid of honor in her wedding. That was a set I've wanted for such a long time. Definitely a bucket list set, and I'm so happy to have it. Her wedding was over a year ago, and I've had it on display this whole time because I love it that much. Number 2 is getting the Megacore Magnetizer. Again, that was a bucket list set for pretty much my entire life, at least since knowing Lego. And that one's actually up above Fort Lego Rado. You just can't see it. And special shout out to Blacktron Pavel. I'm so sorry if I butchered that, for sending me a replacement of the windscreen. It made such a huge difference. I'm obsessed with that set. Just absolutely love it. I cannot believe how amazing it looks with a new windscreen. So thank you so much. Number 3 was getting the Viking ship, and that actually came from Dan and Melissa, who I met at Brick Fair, Virginia. It was amazing and awesome to meet them. And that one's actually up above the Public Works Center over here as well. You can't see it because there's not enough space on camera, but I do still have it displayed as well, and I love that set. Number 4 was getting the Redbeard Runner. I have wanted a pirate ship my whole life, somehow missed out on getting any kind of pirate ship, and so a dear Lego friend, Lee, sent me that one, and it's actually right next to my Viking ship. So again, just off of camera here, but definitely have had it on display since I got it. A life goal completed in the last couple of years. It's been amazing. Definitely a top favorite set, and a giveaway when I do a top 10 favorite pirate set. Hint, hint, that one will make it on the list. Number 5 was getting the Yellow Castle, which is right here. I have looked at that one online since I was a child. I got a phenomenal deal on it. I almost felt bad, like I was ripping off the person I bought it from, but I just paid the price they had listed and they sent it, and it was amazing, and I'm happy to have it rebuilt again because I do love it so much, but I do put it away every so often to protect it, damage, dust, that kind of thing. But yeah, I got that one in a bulk lot and have loved every minute of having it. Number 6 was getting the Forestman's River Fortress. I really just wanted a Forestman set and just so happened to be able to piece that one together from a couple of different bulk lots. It happens to be one of the largest ones in the Forestman collection, so that was like a win-win on that front. But yeah, getting a Forestman set was always on my bucket list. I'm so happy to have it in the collection though. Number 7 was completing the original Harry Potter releases from 2001 to 2011. And so I have all of the sets, just like regularly released sets from those 10 years, and I'm really glad to have all of those. Harry Potter was a big part of my childhood, and getting those sets as the books and movies were released was so fun. But it's only been in the last couple of years that I kind of finished up the collection. I obviously didn't get all of them every year. My siblings and I would each get some of them, and then we would all play with them together. So I went back in the last several years and bought the rest of the ones I needed to complete that collection, and I'm really happy to have all of them now. Number 8 was getting the Guarded Inn. That was one of my first real bulk lot finds I remember getting. I think I was living in Georgia at the time. This is when I had moved away for a short amount of time. No offense to Georgia, it just wasn't for me. But that was always a set I wanted as a kid. I don't think I remembered that it came out in the Legends series. Otherwise, I definitely would have gotten it at that point. But I do have the original, and I absolutely love it. Number 9 was getting the Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. That was a bucket list set as a kid. It was expensive then, though, and we were brand new to LEGO when that originally came out. So I actually got a partial of that set a few years ago and was able to complete it. So it ended up being a really good deal because that set is now $300 or something outrageous. So I'm glad I got it before that happened. And then the last one is getting Rock Raiders HQ. My brother actually gave that one to me for Christmas a couple years ago. That was one of those sets when I was a kid. My brother and I both wanted that set, but I always liked a lot of things outside of LEGO. So I had tons of interest. I was always into art, Barbie, you know, American Girl dolls. So my mom and dad had to pick which items to get for me and which ones to get for him. And that's one of the few that I really wanted that I didn't actually get. But I got so many other amazing things, and my parents would do that because if they gave it to my brother, they knew I would get to play with it too. So I think my brother went and got that for me because he knew about the whole, like, I wanted it, but he got it sort of thing. So getting that one, it's like, heals that childhood part of you that wanted something that you didn't get, which I think is why a lot of people now buy LEGO. It is just as exciting now as it would have been back then. So finally getting that one was awesome. So I know this has been a lot of rambling, but my last video where I rambled, people seemed to really enjoy. I loved reading the comments. So many of them were so funny, especially the ones that were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were human. I got a few of those, I'm pretty sure, because I guess I come across as more serious in my review videos. I'd like to do less review videos, but I only have so many ideas of things I can ramble about, so I will kind of turn that on to all of you. If there's anything you are interested in hearing me ramble about, please comment it below and I'll see if I can come up with a video to do on it, because I absolutely love talking about LEGO and I could do it for hours a day, every day, and never get bored. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. And if you're interested in extra videos and content, check out the membership program starting at only 99 cents a month. And I'll see you all next time.